Have you ever left a meeting feeling inspired, only to arrive at work the next morning and realize that nobody knows what to do next? The vision sounded exciting. The future sounded promising. Everyone nodded and agreed, but then Monday arrived. The priorities were unclear. No one owned the next step. Decisions were delayed. New work was added, but nothing was removed. That is when inspiration turns into frustration. Welcome to South on Leadership. I'm Robbie South, and today we're discussing why great leaders still need management skills. Here's the central principle: vision without execution becomes frustration. Leadership and management are different, but they are not enemies. Leadership creates direction. It helps people understand where they are going and why the journey matters. Management creates the structure that helps people get there. It organizes priorities, resources, responsibilities, communication, and follow through. You can have a powerful vision, but if you cannot translate that vision into decisions and actions, your team will eventually stop trusting it. A leader may say, "We are going to improve communication." That sounds positive, but what will actually change? Will meetings be shorter? Will employees receive weekly updates? Will supervisors hold regular one on one conversations? Who owns the change? When will progress be reviewed? Until those questions are answered, improved communication is an intention, not an operational plan. Management is often the discipline beneath the dream. It is how leadership becomes visible during an ordinary work week. Execution may not feel as exciting as casting a vision, but execution builds credibility. When leaders follow through, people learn that their words matter. When leaders repeatedly announce initiatives that disappear, employees become cautious. They may still nod during the meeting, but internally they are asking, "Is this really important? Will this still matter next month? Should I invest my energy in this? Is this replacing another priority, or is it simply more work?" The team starts doing what I call emotional math. They calculate how much energy they can safely invest without being disappointed again. That hesitation is not always resistance to change. Sometimes it is the result of unmanaged change. Imagine a leader announcing that customer service will become the organization's highest priority. The team is excited. However, no additional training is scheduled. Employees are still measured primarily on speed. No one has authority to resolve customer problems without several approvals. Staffing remains unchanged. The leader communicated a vision, but the system still reward the old behavior. Now imagine a different approach. The leader explains why customer service matters, identifies three behaviors that must change, assigns an owner for training, adjusts the performance measures, and schedules a 30-day review. The vision is the same, but the second team has a path. That is the difference management makes. There are four areas every leader must manage well. First, priorities. If everything is important, nothing receives the focus it deserves. Leaders must decide what matters now, what can wait, and what should stop. Second, communication rhythm. People should not have to search through emails, meetings, and rumors to discover the real priority. Establish where decisions are communicated and how often updates will be provided. Third, ownership. Every important initiative needs a clear owner. Shared participation is useful, but shared responsibility without ownership often means nobody feels responsible. Fourth, follow through. Every commitment should be completed, adjusted, revisited, or honestly closed. Leaving commitments open creates confusion and slowly damages credibility. These may sound like administrative details, but they are trust mechanisms. Good management respects people's time, it respects their energy, it respects the cost of asking them to care about a goal. When leaders constantly change direction without closing previous commitments, They communicate that employees' effort is disposable. When leaders establish priorities, clarify ownership, and close loops, they show that people's work matters. You do not need to micromanage every detail, but you do need enough discipline to prevent your team from operating in confusion. Every leader should practice 5 management minimums. Number 1, decide what matters now. Your team should be able to name the current priority without guessing. Number 2, communicate what changed and what did not. When a new direction is announced, explain what remains stable. Number 3, assign ownership clearly. Identify one person who is responsible for moving each major action forward. Number 4, create a rhythm for review. Decide when progress will be discussed. Do not wait until something fails before checking it. Number 5, close loops when commitments change. If a project is delayed, replaced, or canceled, say so clearly. Silence creates unnecessary confusion. Here is a practical test for every vision. What will this change about a normal Tuesday? What meeting will be different? What decision will be made differently? What behavior will be repeated? What will the team stop doing? What will be measured? Who owns the next step? If the vision cannot touch the calendar, it probably will not touch the culture. Management is the bridge between the future we describe and the week people actually live. Choose one vision, goal, or initiative that you are currently carrying. Then answer 5 questions. Is the next step clear? Is ownership clear? Is the review rhythm clear? Is the measure of progress clear? Have we removed something else to make room for it? Be honest with that final question. Did you create space for the priority, or did you simply add inspiration on top of exhaustion? Leadership without management can become noise. Management without leadership can become routine. But when vision and execution come together, people can believe, move, and keep moving. If this lesson helped you, subscribe to South on Leadership. Share this video with another leader and tell me in the comments, what is one vision you need to turn into a clear next step? For more leadership resources, courses, coaching, and the free leadership assessment, visit southonleadership.com.